Welcome back to the third video of me unpacking my Utopian player pathway. My name's Kris Soutar. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe, press your notification bell to get all the new content sent straight to you. Like, comment, share, get involved because I'm doing it 100% for you. We're going to unpack the 5th and 6th phases of my pathway, which are the challenge phase between 16 and 23, and then this, I'm going to say this little phase just after 23, maybe to your mid-20s, and then we'll talk about the rest of your life after that. But the thing I want to re-emphasize is this pathway is not about developing professional players. I think those that are going to go down that road, it will naturally become obvious that they have the potential to do that. This is about the masses. This is about creating a culture of tennis in the UK that is healthy. People are happy, they are learning and they're developing, and the end goal is that they will have tennis as part of their life forever. So, this challenge phase. So let's think about this for a second. You have a boy or a girl, 16, 17, 18 years old. The chances are nowadays that they are going to be still in their education. So this is a massive challenge. So we are looking at helping them cope with the demands of their life. This is probably, I would suggest, maybe one of the most stressful times of a child's life, because they're juggling education, and if they are playing a sport, they have to juggle that as well. Massive demands, massive stress, need for time management, and so on. We as coaches can help them cope with that, and even if it means park tennis for a while, get your education and then come back to it, that's maybe a nice healthy way of looking at it. But we can also help the parents have a bit of perspective there, because there are a lot of people that are keeping their foot on the gas with the tennis while the education's going on. So that would be the first part. Second part is making sure that we create opportunities to grow. So this is a mindset thing. If you look at this unbelievably demanding stage of their life as an opportunity to really challenge themselves, get comfortable being uncomfortable, and they come through it with a healthy mindset, they will then use all those experiences, they'll use them for the rest of their life. If you can cope in this age group of 16, 17, 18 and beyond, then you are quite often set up, in terms of transferable learnings, confidence from coming through a tough period in your life. We're then looking at making sure that any competition in this age group, now remember it's 16 to 23, it's quite a long time, but if you think about, let's say somebody is 18, 19 and they are at university or they've left school and they're in employment, that any competition has to feel like an adventure. And I've said in earlier videos that too many people are traveling just to get competitions. I'll keep banging this drum because I believe it really strongly, that you need to make sure there is enough local competition so that people are not traveling many hours in one day just to get competition. So therefore, if you can create opportunities for people to then go and explore and kind of feel like it's a little bit of an adventure when they compete, they will look forward to it. They'll probably perform better because they have a better sense of perspective. I see too many kids in this age group, 16 to 18, that are just doing the tournament scene every weekend, and they're just stale. They're just doing it because they've done it for the last 10 years. And then we have managing expectations. This is a really tough age group to get right, because you remember when you were 16 years old, you think you know everything, but you really know nothing. You think you're a man or a woman, but you're really not. You're still a boy or a girl. So we need to manage expectations, and quite often the boys in particular will not be fully grown in this area. So they might have had a lot of success under 14, 15 and so on, and then when they get to 18, they are in a situation where they think they're a man, but they're really not. So we need to help manage their expectations. But again, if there's a healthy competition structure, then you can pick and choose what they do to help their confidence, know when to kind of put the foot on the gas and when to take it off. Now, pay it forwards. This is like 23 plus. So let's think about, you've left university, you've got a job, tennis is still a heavy part of your life. You love the game. So then we come to the pay it forward. So now this is a interesting one. Again, it's quite philosophical, but if we are to have players genuinely get to their mid-20s and still have tennis as a big part of their life, they are only going to pay it forwards if there's enough opportunities to compete. So imagine this. You get to like 22, 23 and tennis has been part of your life maybe all the way through university, and then you leave tennis and there's nothing really for you to do other than maybe playing your local leagues, which is a bit boring. So you're not going to stay in the game and you're not going to pay it forward, and pay it forward means you're going to help other people that are already in the tennis. So it's really important, I think, if you think of this age group, and I can't talk for down south in England, but in Scotland, in this age group, that 23 plus, there's just not enough competition, locally or nationally. So we need to create opportunities for people to compete so that they go through this pathway and they actually realize that there's not an end point. You don't get to your early 20s and then that's it. You can play tennis competitively, whether it be in a social kind of environment or more intense and more high level, because there's lots of opportunities for you to compete. Then we are going to try and provide a sense of belonging. So this comes back to these environments that we talked about in the first video, where it's a family environment. Now it could be a community environment, it could be just a sense, it's a place to go and hang out. And I genuinely believe that until we can actually create environments in tennis where people just want to hang out, we're not actually going to create this culture of tennis. So can we create a sense of belonging for people in their mid-20s and beyond? And then going back to the competition, it's finding out what it is you want to get out of it. So it could be that you just want to play once or twice a week, play a tournament every now and again, play in your leagues once a year, but there needs to be a kind of list of things that people can do in this age group when they are an adult. And then if you got them in this environment, then you can start to recruit help. You can build your workforce within your club. You can get people to help the juniors. Can you imagine that? The seniors helping the juniors. Revolutionary. So I think that if you can create this structure, this kind of pathway all the way through, then you will have an opportunity to have many people to actually help you with bring up the next generation. But there needs to be opportunities for people to compete. I keep banging that drum, don't I? So that's enough for today. Tomorrow I'm just going to talk, almost give a bit of a summary, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about what we can get out of tennis in terms of transferring it to the other parts of our lives. So enough for me. Like, comment, share, and you will see me again tomorrow. Laters.